Okay, this is a video for my beginning students to help you learn the basic moves of Wing Chun. We'll go through it from the front and from the side. Setting up the stance. Cross Tan Sao, the first movement from the simultaneous form. From here, you perform your Gaun Sao movement, which in the form is done with two hands, with a single hand. And make sure that when you look through the edge of your palm, and you look down to the hand that forms the Gaun Sao, you see this knuckle right here. That way you know that you're in the right position. So from here, you go straight down, the wrist goes straight down along the vertical central line. This hand becomes a punch straight out. Both hands return to here. Gaun Sao, check the knuckle position, punch, stay in the center, and back to here. Repeat this 20 times on each side. Change sides. It's always the lower hand that performs the Gaun Sao, the upper hand performs the punch. The side it looks like this. Gaun Sao, fist in the right position, punch straight out, back to here. Gaun Sao down and forward, fist in vertical position, punch. Back to here. Then you perform the same thing from the Man Sao Wu Sao position. Front hand, the elbow bends first, then the hand chops down along the center line. It does not go out. It does not make a circular motion, but it goes from here straight down, so the wrist is in the middle. Then the upper hand, punch. Return to Man Sao Wu Sao position. Gaun Sao, punch. Return. Gaun Sao, punch. Return. Gaun Sao, punch. Then you change sides by leaving the punching hand in front. It becomes the Man Sao. The rear hand becomes Wu Sao. And you go from there. Gaun Sao, check knuckle position, punch. Wrist should be over wrist. The wrists are lined up vertically. Return. Gaun Sao, punch. Return. Gaun Sao, punch. From the side, Gaun Sao, punch. Return. Make sure the hands are not too high or too low one way or the other. Both wrists are on the same line, coming out from the solar plexus, going straight forward. That's the center line. Cover that line as much as you can. Gaun Sao, punch. Back. Gaun Sao, punch. Return. Change sides. Gaun Sao, punch. Back. Gaun Sao, punch. Back. Change sides. You always go over the bridge. Crossing wrist over wrist. Changing hands. Front. Wrist over wrist. Man Sao Wu Sao. Crossing the bridge. Man Sao Wu Sao. Crossing the bridge. Man Sao Wu Sao. Make sure that the elbow is lower than the wrist. Cross the bridge, Man Sao Wu Sao. Elbow lower than wrist. Cross, Man Sao Wu Sao. Cross, Man Sao Wu Sao. From this position you can punch. Turn to Man Sao Wu Sao. Cross, punch, return. Cross, punch, return. Cross, punch, return. Now Tan Sao. In the form, Tan Sao starts like this. It's diagonal and returns to here. The frontal Tan Sao is done from Man Sao Wu Sao position. The elbow stays stationary. The hand goes out here, approximately in front of the shoulder. Fingertips aim to the center, to where your punching target is. Tan Sao, rear hand forms the fist, punch, return. Tan Sao, punch, return. Tan Sao, punch, return. Tan Sao, punch, return. Change sides. Same thing on the other side. Tan Sao, punch, return. Tan, punch, return. Tan, punch, turn. On the side, tan, punch, return. Change hands. Tan, punch, bring the same hand back down to the mansao position. Mansao becomes tansao, punch, withdraw punch to wusao, return tansao to mansao. Tansao, punch, back. Tansao, punch, back. Changing hands, tansao, punch, back. Tansao, punch, back. Make sure that the tansao is not pulled back. You want fingertips even with the closed fist. Tansao arm is bent, the punching arm is straight. Tansao, punch. And then you can change sides. From here, punch becomes mansao. Tansao returns to wusao. Tansao with the mansao hand, punch. Punch becomes mansao, tansao becomes wusao. From the side. Tan, punch, drop the hands. Tan, punch, drop the hands with the mansao, the punching hand, staying in front, becoming mansao. Tan, punch, return. Tan, punch, return. Tan, punch, return. Tan, punch, return. Now paksao. Punch through, right over the bridge, again, just like changing guard. Punch through and follow the punching arm back with the paksao hand to the elbow. Again, punch through, follow back, back. Punch through, follow back. Do not paksao first and then punch. You're going to get caught right here. Punch, follow back, return. Punch, follow back, return. Changing guard. Punch, follow back, return. Punch, follow back, return. Punch, follow back, return. Now you can change from side to side. Gansao, punch. Gansao, punch. Again, gan, back to cross position, like in the form, and punch. Gan, punch. Now from mansao wusao. Gan, punch, gan, punch. Back to here. Gan, punch, gan, punch. If you become more familiar with that, you can do them both simultaneously. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Important is that the gansao comes down first, because if the hand retracts before you gansao and punch, at that moment you get hit from the kick or the punch coming in from the front. Gansao has to go down to cover, punch comes up behind. Gansao covers, punch up from behind. Gansao covers, punch up from behind. Now the same thing with tansao, changing side to side. Tansao, punch, tansao, punch. Tansao, punch, tansao, punch. Same thing with paksao. Punch, paksao, wusao back to the center, open the front hand, punch through, follow back. Wusao to the center, punch, paksao. Center, punch, paksao. Center, punch, paksao. Punch and paksao. Punch and paksao. Punch and paksao. Same thing from the side. Punch, paksao. Punch, paksao. Punch, paksao. Punch, paksao. Always return to the center first. Punch, paksao. Wusao center. Punch, paksao, center. Punch, paksao, center. Punch, paksao, center. Now the tansao from the side. 1, 2, 3, 4 can be performed at the same time also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get more used to that, you can do doubles and triples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or triples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing with Gaun. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing with Pak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For the front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you can combine these into all movements done in one sequence at the same time. Gaun, punch. Tsun, punch. Pak, punch. And now we come to high Pak and indoor high punch. High Pak, indoor high punch. Again, from here, high Pak, indoor high punch. Return. High Pak, indoor high punch. Return. High Pak, indoor high punch. Return. The high punch defends by itself. The Pak is only a helping hand. Goes like this. 1. Changing side to side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again from the beginning, Gaun, punch. Tsun, punch. Pak, punch. High Pak, punch. High Pak, punch. Drop the front hand into Mansao. Now you're on the opposite side. Gaun, punch. Tsun, punch. Pak, punch. High Pak, punch. High Pak, punch. Drop the hand down. That's all.